Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. If you are new, my name is Danny and I create content on all things green beauty. Today is a super exciting video because it is a Vapour Beauty One brand tutorial. Recently on my Instagram, I did an Instagram story where I asked you guys what brands you would like to see a one brand tutorial on, and Vapour Beauty was one that you guys wanted to see. So I did go ahead and I reached out to Vapour Beauty, and I am so thankful and grateful because they did respond and they did send me these products for this video. So I am so thankful to be able to try them out and be able to show them to you guys. So I want to say thank you to Vapour Beauty for sending me all of these products and giving me the ability to be able to make this video. So this is going to be a tutorial, but it's also kind of like a first impressions because this is my first time using these products, and I know a lot of times first impressions aren't super helpful just because that way you don't really know how a person thinks that the products perform and stuff like that. But I still wanted to do this video because you guys want to see a one brand tutorial for Vapour Beauty, and I've also been really wanting to try these products, but also just that way you guys can really see how the products apply and what they look like, and also just so that way you can see a look that you can create with these products. Without any further ado, let's just get right to the video. I am going to start off with the Essential Daily Primer. So this is what this product looks like. It has a very sleek look to it, very nice and simple. I'm going to use this one to prep my skin, and on the website it says that this is a universal skin prep for enhanced makeup application and lasting wear. This featherweight primer with a fresh, silky feel goes on clear and adapts to both dry and humid conditions. Provides a light, smoothing base that easily pairs with any foundation. I'm just gonna apply this all over my face, and I know that I have quite a bit of blemishes right now and they are pretty inflamed right now. Alright, so I'm just gonna take a little bit of this on my finger. It looks like kind of just like a regular moisturizer. It's just a white type of product. Definitely looks like a moisturizer, and it really does not smell like much if you were curious. So I'm just going to apply this all over my face. It feels really nice going on. It feels like it's giving some good hydration, but also not too much. Feeling honestly pretty much like a moisturizer going on. So I feel like that sunk into the skin really nicely. Now I know that there's really not a whole lot that I can say about it right now. I'm definitely interested to see as I use it if it really does help to prolong your makeup. So I'm interested to see that. But for now, that's what we're working with. I'm gonna go on to concealer. This is the Illusionist concealer, and I have it in the shade 017C, and I'm going to, of course, conceal the under eyes and then also do some spot concealing where I have all those blemishes. This is what the product looks like. I really like this packaging. It actually kind of reminds me of the old packaging, still somewhat similar, but still goes with the vibe of their new packaging, so I really like that. A lot of their other packaging, this is what it looks like. Has a very sleek look to it, super compact, which is really nice. I think that these will be great for traveling just because they are so compact, and they also have like a really nice smooth feel to it. Actually going to kind of take it with my finger to kind of warm the product up, just because this is a stick concealer. I feel like if you just apply it straight to the skin, it kind of might drag a little bit. So I'm just gonna kind of use my finger to apply this and warm up the product, and I feel like this will probably be the best way to apply it. I'm just gonna try to apply a little bit with just like that and blend it in, just because I feel like it's taking a while if I just use my fingers like that. I feel like it's looking pretty good on the skin. It looks quite skin-like, which I really like. And then I'm also going to apply this to my eyelids to create an even base. To move on to the blemishes, and just because it was taking a while using my fingers, I'm actually gonna just apply it with the actual product. because I feel like that's going to take a while, I'm going to actually go in with a dense brush and blend this in, and I think that that will help give it some more coverage as well. I feel like it's a light to medium coverage concealer, maybe more so on the light coverage side, but that might also just be because my blemishes are pretty red right now, so that might be why it seems more like a light coverage. But still, it seems even like under the eyes, it seems like a pretty light coverage, but I do like that. I feel like it looks really nice and skin-like, and I don't feel like it looks cakey under the eyes. I actually find that a lot of times concealers look cakey under my eyes, so this one's actually looking pretty good. It's not looking like I have like a bunch of concealer on. It does still look pretty skin-like, so I'm liking that. Alright, so now on to foundation. For foundation, I have the Velvet Glow foundation, and I know that a lot of people have been talking about this. I know that a lot of people are comparing this to the Kosas, I believe it is their facial oil foundation. So I'm interested to try this out. The Kosas facial oil foundation, I don't even think that's the name of it. That one I wasn't super interested in trying, just because I do want a little bit more coverage right now because I do have those blemishes, and just thought of like just a facial oil, I felt like that might not really give much coverage. So I'm interested to try this out because I have heard that this does have more coverage. I know that this is supposed to be a light coverage to medium coverage, so I'm definitely interested to see how this applies. But on the Vapour Beauty website, it says, express your inner elegance with this innovative bio serum foundation. Fine art infused color and fresh skin toning botanicals promote a flawless radiant complexion with a weightless velvety matte finish. This is actually like a pretty small packaging. Like the product itself actually looks quite small, but it still is the standard 1.0 fluid ounces. So I kind of like that actually. I feel like that's just great for storing and traveling, so I kind of like that it is a smaller packaging. And I'm just shaking this up, and it does have like that little ball in it to kind of mix the product up. I have this shade 117V. Take a little bit. Alright, so it is quite a little bit runny, but not super runny. Definitely looks quite liquidy. And I'm actually going to use a brush to apply this, at least at first. I'm going to see how that does, just to see if that will help it to give it some more coverage. And then afterwards, if it looks a little bit cakey with the brush, because I find that that happens a lot when you use a brush to apply foundation, then I will use the sponge to kind of smooth that out. With the brush, just starting off right now, that looks like a little bit will actually go quite a ways, because maybe I just applied a little bit too much to that side. I think I could definitely make it go farther. So yeah, that's actually looking like pretty decent coverage, although looking up close is looking a little bit cakey with the brush. But honestly, I don't think it's fault to that foundation. I think it's just using a brush. This happens a lot when I use brushes to apply foundation, so I'm gonna go to the sponge and blend that out and see if I can make that look more skin-like and less cakey. Okay, so yes, I think that going in with a sponge is the best way to help it look more skin-like again, so that's definitely helping. I do find with that, with the sponge, you get the most skin-like look with it, but sometimes it can kind of absorb a little bit of the product, so it doesn't give you as much coverage, but I like the look that it gives on the skin. I think it's about a light coverage right now. Light, maybe like sort of going into medium coverage. So if I build this up, I think I will be able to get this to medium coverage. I'm gonna use the sponge this time and see how it goes. I think that maybe the brush helped with the coverage a little bit, but let's see. Feels like that's still giving some pretty good coverage even with the sponge. Alright, so here is one layer of the foundation. I think I'm definitely going to go in with another layer to see if I can build it up. there is 2 layers. I know I'm looking a little crazy right now. Definitely gonna want to use those other products to give some life back to my face, put some color back onto my face. But I think that is about a light coverage, I would say. Definitely looks better on that side where I don't have as many blemishes. But where I have blemishes, I definitely think it is a more light, almost medium coverage. So there's that. And it does look slightly cakey, but that might also just be because I do have those blemishes right now. Sometimes it can tend to look a little bit more cakey when you have those blemishes to cover up. Just on those blemishes, it kind of tends to grab and it can look a little bit more cakey. So I think that's what this is doing. But I find that happens with a lot of foundations when you have blemishes. I definitely think that it is a velvety matte finish. It doesn't feel like really luminous on the skin, and definitely I think maybe that slight look of cakiness is because it has a matte finish. It also does feel quite nice on the skin. Alright, so I want to get some color back onto this face. I'm going to go ahead and use their bronzing powder. It is in the shade Eclipse, and I only have one bronzer right now. They actually do have a bronzer stick as well, but I got the bronzing powder, and this is what it looks like. I will say it does look really gorgeous in the pan. It looks beautiful. It looks like a really gorgeous bronze color. It doesn't look orangey, and it just looks really nice. And it also has like little bits of like shimmer in it. I don't think that'll be like chunks of glitter or anything like that, but I feel like it'll help to give it a nice luminous look to it, which I really enjoy. So I'm just gonna take a brush, kind of a fluffy brush, and then apply it. Blush, I got their blush powder in the shade Obsess. This is what the packaging looks like, and then you open it up. This one off. Whoop. This one also has a mirror, and then this is the blush color. I think it looks so gorgeous. It kind of looks like a plummy type of color, which I think is really pretty, but I think on their website it is described as a warm rose, which is really nice. I feel like the shade is really nice for the fall, so let's try this out. Ooh, that is so pretty. Definitely went a little heavy-handed on that. I do really like blush, but I definitely think I went a little bit too heavy-handed on that, but I'm just gonna blend it out a lot, see if I can kind of fix that. But I really, really like the shade of this. I feel like it's really pretty. Okay, so I definitely need to be a little bit more light-handed with this. This is quite pigmented, so now I know. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use their Perfecting powder, which is their pressed version, and I'm just gonna apply this all over my face, obviously, like a setting powder. And I'm actually hoping that this will help to tone down the blush a little bit, because I know I'm probably looking a little crazy right now. Actually really did help to tone down the blush a little bit. What do you guys think? I think that definitely did help. I didn't know if it would because it is a translucent powder, but I actually feel like it did help to tone down that blush a little bit, so yay. Alright, so for eyeshadow, I have the eyeshadow quad in Archetype. So this is what it looks like. Alright, so I'm going to take this light brown shade right here, and I'm going to apply this to the crease. Going to take this darker shade up here. This looks like a kind of like a taupey brown type shade, maybe with like a hint of purple. I'm not totally sure. I'm just going to apply this to the outer V area of the eyes. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this purple shade right here. And I'm gonna take just my finger to apply it, and then I'm just gonna tap this all over the lid. I'm finding that I'm having to add more to build the color up more, so they're not super pigmented, but they are pretty once you build that up. And I'm gonna go back to this shade and I'm gonna apply it to the lower lash line. I'm gonna take this white shade and I'm gonna pop this on the inner corners. Don't have an eyebrow product, so for the video I did put on an eyebrow product. If you're curious what I used the 100% pure long last brows in the shade Taupe. And I also forgot to ask VAPOUR Beauty for their highlighter, so I won't have that in this video, but I still feel like all the other products should be able to come together really nicely and you can still really see a variety of their products, but I just want to mention that I don't have their highlighter. Next, I'm going to go ahead and apply their mascara, and let's see what is this called. So this is called the Mesmerize mascara and it's in the shade Jet. I believe that they only have one shade, but it's just, you know, a regular black shade. Lastly, for the lips, I have the Velvet Lip Gloss in the shade Deva, and this shade looks so gorgeous. It looks like a gorgeous purpley plummy color, but also somewhat like a warm rose. I think it is supposed to be like a warm rose type of shade. Looks really pretty, and it also feels really comfortable on the lips. Definitely feels nice and moisturizing, and it doesn't feel sticky, which is great. Sometimes the lip glosses can feel sticky, but this is not sticky. It feels really comfortable. Alright, so this is the finished makeup look. I think that it came together really nicely. That is it for today's video. I hope that you guys liked it and found it helpful. If you did, please let me know by giving me a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more clean beauty content from me, I would absolutely love it if you would subscribe to my channel, and also don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you don't miss it when I post new videos.